What's going on, everyone? Justin here with Trading Cards and More, back with another PSA review. This is our last order from 2021. I sent this in March. This was basically right before they raised the price from $10 to $20 a card. So I got this in kind of at the last minute. And then, of course, at the end of March, they had their big shutdown. So this was sent in less than a month before they shut everything down. This got in and checked in March, and then April 22nd is when it actually got entered in, and then started grading. So it took about 14 months, or sorry, 16 months. This is all Pokemon, so this was TCG. They had everything tiered back then, so you had modern, ultra modern, TCG, etc. Joel, what's going on? Welcome back. A lot of modern. There's a couple older cards in here. Some of these are probably going into the PC. A couple of these I know I was grading because I needed them for my set. So hoping for some good grades here. This was just a first edition Team Rocket Diglett. I think I just had this one and decided it was worth grading for the $10. Hoping for the 9. Got the 9 on the Diglett. Sweet. You guys are here, let me know in the chat, and I'll give you a shout out. Alright, second card. And you can see the different card stock back then. And you can see like a little white dot in the corner. Pretty common. Hard to find perfect cards. This was the Dark Doug Trio holo card that I just needed. And I can't remember what the 9 was going for at the time, maybe like 150 or something. So I bought this raw. This has just a few little light factory lines there and that little white spot on the back. So I was hoping for the 9, but expecting possibly an 8 on this one. Got the 8, just as expected. Still not a bad grade. I think the 9s are pretty affordable though, so I might upgrade that one. This one looks pretty good. Some of these are the EX series, like this one's Hitmonchan. This one's pretty scratched up on that front hollow. So I only expected 7 on this one. Maybe even a 6. This is from the Ruby and Sapphire. And I got the 7 as expected. I think I was a little bit lenient on that, but I figured some of these cards, you know, even in 7 grade is pretty decent. It's hard to find. These hollows get really scratched up. I mean, the front, you can see like little scratches. So I've got some of these cards in 9s and 10s, but it's really tough for those older cards, because you find one that looks really good on the back, and then like this one's got a few white dots in the corners on the upper, and this one looks around that 8 range. Got the 8 on the Kingdra from EX Dragon 2003, so almost 20 years old now. Brett's in the house. Step in the box. What's going on? What do we got here? This is probably our last. Oh, we got one more. I think that's an older card. Manectric EX. This one doesn't have as big of. This isn't part of the E series, so it doesn't have that bigger bottom on it. So the hollow is a little bit smaller. It looks really good. I would say this one's got a shot at a 9. Got the 9 on the Manectric. So these will go into the PC. Very nice. And then this one looks really freaking good. Curious as to what that is. Okay, I remember this card. I picked this up at the card show, Brett, up there in Wisconsin, the Oak Creek show. This guy had a bunch of older cards that he just had for years and years, and I was kind of flipping through them. He had this Thunderous. This was before the full arts had that texture to it. It had like this kind of texture from 2011. So 11-year-old card now. Just was a good looking card. Thunderous from Black and White Emerging Powers. He had $10 on it, and I talked him down to $5. And I thought it should pull a 9, pending that there was nothing weird going on. We got the 10 on the Thunderous. A $5 pickup at the card show from a PC, just sitting in a top loader, waiting for me to come along and buy it. Got the 10. I don't know what the value is. This is probably a lower pop. But looking it over, I thought, that's got a shot at a 9, maybe a 10. And we got the 10 on the 11-year-old Thunderous. So that will probably just be sold, make some money to pay for the other cards. Now we're getting into the newer stuff. So we got like Hidden Fates Charizard here. Got the 10 on that. Newer stuff, you're kind of expecting a 10 or shooting for the 10. Those were going for pretty good money. This Mewtwo is a little bit off-centered, so... And then sometimes these surfaces will have like little flaws in them, like it's a little bit missing right there. Sometimes that can detract from the value. If they mark down, it would probably get like a 9. We got the 10 on it. We got the 10 on the Mewtwo. No detract on that one. Little OC on the back on this one. Looks really good on the front though. Maybe a little off. Got the 10 on the Guzzlord. So sometimes you send them the older cards and they see the, the older cards, the card stock, the whitening and all that, and then they look at one of these new ones and it looks really clean, and you got a better shot at hitting some 10s. These, I sent in like over 50 of these. We just got an order back, I don't know, a month or so ago, and I think every single one was a 10. It was nuts. And we got another 10. So another one to sell there. Those are only going for like 40 bucks. So not that big of a deal. Another 10. Yeah, these are a dime a dozen now. I think the pop report on these is just ridiculous. Like 20-something thousand PSA 10s on this card. It was the promo card you got inside the Elite Trainer box of Champion's Path. So hard to believe that was 2 years ago already. But we got the 9 on that one. So this one's a little bit thick on the bottom. It's a little top to bottom on that one, so they were being a little bit more strict. This one's probably another 9 with that top to bottom. Yep. As you can kind of already tell, I sent ones in that were a little bit on the maybe a 10, but probably a 9. Oh, got a 10 on that one. Still was worth it, at the $10 a card. Obviously, the prices went down on these. The 10s, I don't even know what they were going for a couple of years ago when I sent these in. Probably pretty good money. But now that the pop is so high and these are a dime a dozen, I just sold a lot of 10 of these, and they were sequentially serial numbered. And I got 450 bucks for them, so another 10. So we have we got 6 10s so far, so that'll add to my stack that I've been selling off. We got another one. See if we can get a couple more 10s here. Nice. Makes 7. So I might end up getting to like another stack of 10. That should be nice. Just easier to sell a bunch of them at once. There we go. Got 8 of them. This has got to be getting close to the end here. There's 9. And that was it. So we got 9 10s on that. So that's really good. This Raikou slightly off-centered on the front. Angle there is a little bit angled. Still got the 10 on the Raikou. These were awesome cards, I thought. These rares. Really cool colors on them, really cool artwork, but they weren't super hard to pull, and the pop report got pretty high on them, I'm sure. And so they're not super valuable anymore. The amazing rares. But they only did I think 10 of them or something. I think there was 6 in this set, and then Vivid Voltage had 3 of them, so maybe there was 9 of them altogether. Got a 10 on that Raikou. So I was, I think maybe down the road somewhere they'll pop off a little bit more. Kind of like how they did the Shining cards, where they only had a handful of them and then they just stopped making them all together. So they kind of have their own identity. Zamazenta, got the 10 on that. Still pretty stoked to have these. There's a Jirachi and a 10. And a lot of these are just, you know, just a little off-centered, but it did not, wasn't enough to get them down to a 9. Only those two I think, yeah, only those two Charizards on the modern stuff did not pull the 10, so that just shows you it's possible to just get stacks and stacks of 10s on this stuff. You gotta know what you're doing. Can't just send any card in. Got the Rayquaza. This is my personal favorite. I just love that artwork. I think I got like 30 or 40 of these just chilling. Just not going to send them in at the current prices, and the fact that they're like maybe 40 bucks in the 10. I remember this was well over $100 for a PSA 10. Let's see if we got 4 in a row. We do. Those I'll just hold on to. I'm not going to sell them at that price. I like them too much. 4 10s. Let's go. 5 10s. Okay, now we're on to the Reshiram. This one is from Shining Fates. Okay, it wasn't Vivid Voltage. Those were Vivid Voltage. So the Reshiram, Kyogre, and the Yveltal were all in Shining Fates set. There was 3 of them. Got the 10 on the Reshiram. What's going on, Linus? How's Frisbee with the heat? Well, I think I haven't played really since Worlds, so it was hot, but it wasn't like too unbearable. Lots of sweating. Let's see here. Alchemy. Got the 10 on that one. Rainbow card. Not worth a whole lot, unfortunately. Got Grimmsnarl. I think I already have this one in my set. Got the 10. Nice. Double. I might need this one. I might actually already have it. Got the 10 on that. I'll have to look through some of these and see which ones I have and I don't have. Cramorant. I gotta think I sent more of these in. Okay, I think I recently sent the other ones in because I never got them out the door in time before they shut down, but this one I sent in. It's from the Shining Fates tins. Got a 9. So a little bit off on that one. And these were hard because some of them came out of the tins with like little bends in them. That one did not, but it just was a little bit too far off centered. And the last one's another Cramorant. Maybe this one will hit the 10. It looks way better. Got the 10 on the Cramorant. Sweet. So there's a few of these Shining cards that are in different products that were promos, and a couple of them are gonna be a little bit harder to get in 10s. But we pulled quite a few 10s there, and some non-10s. We got a 7, couple 8s, and 5 9s. So 8 cards out of 36. So we got 28 10s. And then on the newer stuff, only 3 9s. On the older stuff, 2 9s, 2 8s, and a 7. So pretty much to be expected. I'd say we did pretty solid. Can't really ask for any better than that. I mean, I pretty much guessed the grades on all of these. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, this should have been a 10 and I got an 8. I pretty much knew what it was going to get. So hopefully you guys like that. Like I said, 16 months to get those cards back. This was kind of like the last cards. This was probably the highlight of the video because, like I said, I just picked this up at the card show for $5, and I just thought it was. I was looking at all the cards he had, and this one like looked really good. I'm like, man, that looks pretty packed fresh. You know, see if he'll take $5 for it, and I got him to come down. And I'm guessing this is pretty low pop, so somebody that might be trying to collect the card for their set or whatever would be willing to buy that. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I just sent in 3 more PSA submissions today with the value pricing they have with the special, the $18 a card. I sent 2 orders in, and then economy order as well. And then I have, I think, 4 orders there right now that I sent in like the last month or so. So we have PSA orders that'll be running through the system Probably the first one back is going to be the economy one that I have there right now. And then the value stuff will take a little bit longer. But yeah, excited to get these cards back and get them out the door. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you in the next one.